Hello everyone and welcome back to Epos Nerd News for Wednesday, January 9th, 2013. It's been a crazy start to the semester and lots of things have been going on, so this is going to be a slightly different episode. Again, I changed the show as soon as I made the first episode to be Epos Nerd News instead of just gaming news, because I know I have a lot of more just general geeky, nerdy followers, people who like just science as well. Science, tech, or gaming, so I have a little bit of science news today. Some of them I do connect to gaming, and others I just talk about as they are. But a list was recently released on a few different blogs of essentially the top science fiction things that became science in 2012, as a review of 2012. And I know I'm a little late getting to this, but I still think you all could benefit from hearing about them. I still think people in general should know that we made these advances and what they could mean. I'm just going to share my top pick from these lists with you guys. A quadriplegic was able to use her mind to control a robotic arm and essentially feed herself at the University of Pittsburgh. It was connected, and she went through about a 13-week therapy, or like physical therapy training process, and after just 13 weeks she was fully able to make it feel like her own arm and to use it to feed herself. She was able to completely control it with just her mind and use it to do just about anything. That was pretty incredible. That has a lot of implications for what we can do with interfacing with our mind with any sort of technology, so that's really cool. At the University of Wyoming, some researchers genetically modified some silkworms to produce silk that is, in all sense of the meaning, stronger than steel. Like, as far as the weight it can sustain, the protection it could provide, potentially, it is stronger than steel, and that is pretty awesome. They've already talked to research companies and people about using it. It has the potential to be used as an alternative to plastic, as well as to be implemented as military armor. And if you want to think about that, think about the little underlayers of most suits, like in Halo 4, like the silky kind of stuff there, or maybe even the suit in Crisis. Obviously not the nano stuff, but as far as the actual protection goes, that is really, really cool. We are making our way to having an invisibility cloak, just like from Harry Potter. A British Columbian company called Hyperstealth Biotechnology is developing their own invisibility cloak called Quantum Stealth and presenting it to the military. With no batteries, no cameras, no mirrors, it bends light waves around the wearer so that they're essentially hidden from the human eye, from cameras, from thermal and infrared as well. And if you look at some of the pictures, it's clearly in development, but it looks really good. Like, there are some situations where the person's under it and you can't see anything, and that is just absolutely fantastic. Now, I don't know how well that actually looks in person. Again, some of that stuff looks a lot better on camera than in person, but I would assume that it's a pretty big deal, and that's pretty awesome. It's obviously just a giant, like, tarp at the moment, so it's clearly not going to be something you can just, you know, put on and walk around and hide in the crowd, but it's still something that is really cool for us to be in development of. A company called Avita Medical has developed a product called ReCell, which is essentially spray-on skin. The primary application, or at least the intended application at the moment, is for burn victims, but what they do is they take a piece of skin from the victim, from the burn victim, about the size of a postage stamp, mix it with this enzyme that they take from pigs, and then it gets put in a spray bottle and you spray it on the person, and the mixture attaches to the skin and the skin cells start to grow, and essentially each little like spot grows to about the size of a book page within a week, and that essentially would completely heal over the burn wounds and things like that. And so it's essentially spray on skin, and that is really fantastic. I think that has huge applications outside of burn victims, but obviously I think that's going to be the easiest and the most realistic choice to go with at first. The one everyone knows about, the Higgs-boson particle, was discovered, which can potentially allow scientists to interact with mass the same way they do magnetic fields. It was a huge discovery, everyone's heard about it, you can find that on your own. NASA has begun using robotic exoskeletons in tests and studies. I'm really excited for that. They don't do a whole lot yet, but the fact that they actually do work is pretty impressive. Some potential applications that have been mentioned are for allowing movement for quadriplegics, as well as for those who have suffered amputations or limbs that no longer work. But it potentially could develop into basically Iron Man suits, which would be pretty awesome. Also, Microsoft patented the holodeck. I don't even know what to think about this. When I first read that, I just got really excited and, you know, started thinking about Star Trek and going up to the holodeck and just visiting anywhere. And that is really awesome. Nothing beyond that is really released, but what is implied is that they want to take the gaming experience off the TV and into the entire room, projecting images and scenery everywhere. I don't know. I really want to find out details about this, because this could mean huge things for gaming, for just about anything really, because that could be used in a lot of situations, just like they do in Star Trek, so that would be really cool. Thank you for watching, everyone. This has been episode 3 of Epos Nerd News for Wednesday, January 9th, 2013. If you'd like to see me talk about anything specifically or in more detail, leave it in the comment section below, and if you have any news suggestions, also leave that in the comment section below. For this video, we will be giving away a couple flash drives and a solid-state drive from Kingston. So if you would like to win, list me in the description below. List your top game picks, top 5 game picks for 2013 and why. They can be any game, they can be any reason. Just list them in the comment section below and I will choose at random who I will pick to win the flash drives or the solid-state drive, and I will contact you within the next week or so. Have a nice day.